Good morning, beauties, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Yanni, and today is another Yanni's Car Chats. So today's subject that I'm going to be talking about is juggling career and family for moms. Now, I'm on my way to work, of course, and I have a sick baby. I have actually 2 sick babies, and I have to make a choice between career and family. My babies are really, really important to me. Don't get me wrong, my job is very important to me too, and it's such a hard subject because moms are the nurturers. Moms are the ones that's there. I mean, most of the time, I'm not going to say all the time, but like 90% of the time, the boys are always mom all the time. They get sick, everything is mom. They don't ask their dad for anything. Unless I happen to be gone, no, it's mom. So it's hard when it comes down to having a sick child and you have to juggle the decision on calling out of work, going to work. It's a Saturday. It's not like I could take them to the doctor or whatever it may be. But then you have to then think, okay, but what if it gets worse and you end up having to take them to the hospital? What if because you didn't make that choice? It is super hard for moms. Like, we have to literally just figure it out. My visor so you guys can see me a little better. Sorry if the sun is like all kinds of crazy, but it is 9 something in the morning and I'm on my way to work. But yeah, we literally have to figure it out, and we have to try to make the right choice. Is it right for us to go to work and leave the baby with the babysitter, or do we call out and be there for the baby? And basically that's what we can do. I mean, moms, there's not a handbook for motherhood. There's not, do this, and this. Every child is different. Every child reacts differently. So it is ultimately up to the mom. Can you have it all? I wish I could say yes, but honestly, you can't have it all. I can't have a career and a family, and that's like a really hard choice for me because I love what I do, and I love being a mother. I've been a stay-at-home mom for the last 2.5 years, and now I just recently went full-time in a new position, and it hurts me to have to be away from my children, and their babies. A lot of people were judging me or criticizing me because they were like, oh, you should wait till the babies are, at least getting into pre-K or kindergarten to go back to work or to go work full-time. My husband works a lot, and I want to be able to help as much as I can to take some pressure off of him because he's getting older. He's having a lot of problems with his back, his shoulder, his knee. So I want to take a little bit of a weight off of him. But with that comes sacrifice. So I had to put the kids in daycare. I have to, make those tough decisions. Now, if my son ends up with a high fever, then yes, and I'm at work and they call me, then I'm going to have to let my job know I have to go home. My son is with a high fever. And then I'll monitor it, and if it gets worse, then I'll take him to the ER. I mean, there's not anything you can do for an infant. They're going to tell me to alternate Motrin and Tylenol, which is what I've been doing. They're going to tell me to give him a cool bath, which I've been doing. The worst that it could be is that it becomes a viral infection, or that it becomes an ear infection, which I am dreading. So, it is what it is. But he's my baby. He's sick and he needs me. What can I do? Yes, I made a sacrifice and I did decide to go to work, but the moment I get a phone call that he's gotten worse, I'm gone. And, they need to understand that too. My family comes first. My family is always going to be there. My sons are always going to be there. I'm not going to sit there and say that my job is going to be there for me all the time. I'm replaceable. I know. It's hard. But there's a lot of people out there that think that they're not replaceable, that if they're this great, perfect employee, they're not gonna do it. I used to think that for a while, and then, you know, I got laid off a couple times. Why? Because the company could do that. So for me, I'm replaceable. They can find someone else to fill my position. You know, I can find another job if it comes down to that. It's not a big deal. I've done it before, but my children and their health comes first. So continuing on my subject of career and motherhood, it's a week after I filmed the first part of this video, and my babies are still sick, and I haven't taken them to the doctor because, like I said, there's not much you can do for children under the age of about 3 maybe, because their immune systems are still building up. And it was expected that they were going to get sick, maybe not this sick, but I was introducing them into daycare. Daycare kind of opens them up to a lot of germs because, well, it's daycare. I have like 1,001 kids at daycare, so, you know, they all have germs. Everybody has germs, but children love to share their germs. So, yeah, it was expected that they were going to get sick. They're a little bit better. We did have about 2 days ago, Enzo had really bad, this is going to be TMI, really bad diarrhea and vomiting through the night, but we got a handle on it. It was just a 24-hour thing, thank God. But we're disinfecting the house, we are cleaning. I am currently sick. I have like a head congestion going on. My husband now has a head congestion thing going on. You know, he had some stomach issues and things like that, and he's been coughing. Today he woke up with a sore throat. I had a sore throat yesterday, but you know, we're adults, we kind of know how to tackle that thing. I said, you know, juice, you know, Vicks, warm blankets, you know, try to wear sweaters. I wear a scarf because I'm very, very prone to getting throat infections, because when I was little I was supposed to have my tonsils taken out, and my mama never took me, and I am too scared to get it done now. So I kind of wrap myself up, make sure that no wind kind of hits my throat, and then orange juice all the way. I make sure I have my cough drops, my throat cough suppressants and things like that. I make sure that I have all that, so we know how to tackle it. For babies, like I said, because their immune system is so little and building up, they're like, I think it's their white cells that fight off like infections and things like that, their white blood cells, I want to say. I don't remember, but yeah, whatever is building up to that to kill the infection, they're little. It's not like us, so it's more battle, like, do I stay home and be there to comfort my baby? Because in reality, that's all you can do. Yes, you can administer Tylenol, ibuprofen, whatever it is. You can give them a cough suppressant. Like I tell you, if like you're 2 years old and older, you can give them a cough suppressant, but you kind of got to let the virus run its course through their body. It sucks. You as a parent want to be able to take, you know, that pain, that illness away from your child. So you know, as a parent, of course I want to be there. So it is what it is. Like, I'm just like, what do I do? What do I do as a parent? Do I go to work and worry every 5 seconds if he's doing okay? He went to daycare, you know, he's been doing okay. If he has a high fever of 102 or more, then yes, he's gonna stay home, and I'm probably gonna stay home with him, and I'll probably take him to the doctor just to have the doctor check him out, make sure that he doesn't have an ear infection. Because one time I didn't ignore the signs, but I did, like, you know, kind of like was weary about it, but then I heard a different cry, because you as a parent know your children's cries. I mean, I would think you know the difference between their cries, and this was a very different cry. So I told my husband, we have to go to the hospital, we've got to go to the doctor, we've got to do something, because this is not normal. And he had a running fever for like 2 days, and it wasn't breaking, and we had tried all the tips and tricks, and I was like, So when I took him, he had a double ear infection. So, you know, I kind of stay weary about like different signs. I kind of watch and make sure how he's doing, his cries, you know, is he lifeless? Like, is he energetic? Is he eating? Is he drinking? Is he holding things down? You know, another TMI, you know, is his bowel movements normal? Are they the normal like color? Because all that is an indication of how sick your child's gonna be. So as a mother, of course I want to be there, of course. And you're entrusting your child to, you know, your daycare or to a sitter if you have a sitter. So yeah, it's a tough decision that moms have to make. Moms are, like I said, the nurturers, they're caregivers. Not to take away from those guys out there that are nurturers and caregivers and all that good stuff, but 90% of the time it is the mom. So yeah, making those tough decisions and choosing between career and, you know, momhood, it sucks. And then you get ridiculed and you get like criticized and looked down upon if you choose career, or vice versa. If you choose to stay home with your kid, they'll be like, well, what are you really going to do for your kid? You know, everybody's going to have a criticism, a comment, something, which, you know, like I said, there's no handbook on how to be a mother. You kind of have to like play it by ear, figure it out. You know, it's basically a like time, chance, you know, just figuring it out, literally. You know, you're gonna make mistakes. There's gonna be hard decisions. You're gonna, you know, constantly second guess everything that you have possibly decided in life, you know? And it's even worse when you're deciding for your child. It's even worse because, like I said, everyone is going to criticize you. Whether you're doing it right, whether you're doing it wrong, whether you made the right decision, whether you didn't make the right decision, whether you chose this and this outcome happened. I mean, it is trial and error. Motherhood is trial and error. And there's no one, no mother out there that can say that they're possibly perfect, because everyone makes mistakes. So don't come at me talking about you the perfect mom, because there is no such thing. And if your kids are like your best friends and they're constantly loving you, then you're doing something wrong, because you shouldn't be your kids' like best friend. Don't get me wrong, there should be, you know, a boundary where you need to be the disciplinary. There needs to be like that amount of respect, not that like, oh, I'm your buddy type of thing. No, that doesn't work. Nonetheless, that's a whole other Yanni chats. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to say that I choose both. I know it's hard, but sometimes I choose family over career, and sometimes I choose career over family. It just, you have to look at the situations. And it's not even choosing career. It's like, okay, is it going to benefit my kid if I stay home, or is it going to benefit him if he stays home? Like, that's how I kind of look at it. But, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, mothers have hard choices. So thank you so much for watching. This Yanni Chats is done. And yeah, let me know anything else you want me to talk about, any other subjects, down in the comments below. And I'm at work, so I will see all you beauties in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.